for joining us today. Today I am joined by two-time co-host Jenn Kinnell. Congrats on the big accomplishment.
Oh, yes, thank you. I'm really striving for.
Yeah, well, it's an honor to have you here again, Jenn.
Well, thanks for having me.
Today we're going to touch on a couple of things. The topic today that we're touching on is home purchase, refinancing, and the costs associated with that. Is this typically a question you get from clients when they're buying a new home or refinancing?
Definitely, all the time.
Yeah, okay. So when buying a new home or refinancing, what typically are the costs associated with that?
I'd say typically your standard costs are legal fees, tax adjustments, possibly an appraisal, and then if you're purchasing a home, you may want to get a home inspection.
Fantastic. So legal fees, appraisal, home inspection, those are pretty straightforward.
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit more on the property tax adjustment?
Yeah, you bet. So when you're buying or selling a property, a portion of the annual property tax will be factored in to the amount that you're paying or receiving. This is called a property tax adjustment. Property tax adjustments are for the purpose of ensuring that the buyer and the seller are only paying for the portion of the property taxes when they were actually living in that property.
Perfect. So it just evens everything out at the end of the day. You don't pay for taxes that when you sold the house, you aren't even living there anymore.
Yeah, definitely. And the lawyer takes care of this calculation. So
fantastic. Are appraisals and home inspections required on all purchases and refinances?
No, not all the time. Typically, if a home is insured, meaning the purchaser is putting less than 20% down payment, and an appraisal will not be required unless the property is unique. You may want to buy or do a home inspection if you're purchasing just for peace of mind, but it's not required for the lender. In a refinance situation, then an appraisal is definitely required.
Okay, perfect. So the home inspection would be more just for you as the buyer's peace of mind.
Definitely.
You know that the property's all stable.
Yeah, just to feel secure.
Perfect. Are lawyers required on all deals, purchases, and refinances?
Yes. The reason for this is they take care of signing all the legal bank documents required. They also perform land title transfer and registration of the land title. And then in a refinance, they need to update the land title because the amount is then changing and the lender could possibly be changing as well.
Perfect. I know there are some situations where a lawyer may not be needed. What would that situation be?
This would be at renewal. So when you're transferring your mortgage from one lender to another, the new lender takes care of any fees associated with this. There's no cost to the client.
And they just sign with a signing official.
Definitely, yeah.
Perfect. Are there any costs that the client should be aware of in this process, refinancing or purchasing?
Well, if you're buying a home, there's no realtor fees. But if you're selling a home, then you would have to pay commission to the realtor for selling your home there.
And that's a discussion they would have with their realtor as far
They would
as
have that up front.
Fantastic. Well, this was great information, Jenn. I know that this will probably lead to some more questions. So how can anybody get in touch with you?
You can reach out to me. My phone number is 403-894-2945. That's my cell phone, so you can text me, call me, whichever is easier. And then you can also find me at mortgagedesigngroup.ca.
That's awesome. Well, thanks again for the two-time co-host job, Jenn.
Thank you.
If you want to reach out to any of our Mortgage Design Group team members, please find us at mortgagedesigngroup.ca. Thanks.
Thank you.